Sports Radio that this thing was a little bit lost in translation, and
happens to me all the time.
Yes, it certainly does. So this was Doug's quick explanation on how he thought that Roy Williams kind of misunderstood what he said.
As things get lost, whether it's in translation or get changed, and there's no context provided for it, that sometimes we react to something that's not how it actually was said.
So Doug's point was, in the original clip, there's a lot of people in college basketball that wouldn't be surprised if he moved on. And Roy kind of heard as Doug just said that you were going to retire. So that was the disconnect there.
Well, who are the other people? Instead of saying there are a lot of people, or people say, no, you're asking the question. Don't put it on someone else. Or if someone else brought up the topic, well, name that person.
Well, you can't do that all the time, with sources and stuff. But he can say.
No, you can't. I understand that. But I sit there and I listen to some people interview where people would say that, well, who are those people? Or are you saying it? Say, you can give me some names. I understand if it's some significant information and you don't want to name your sources, that's one thing. I get that. Like, the whole Texas stuff we discussed during football season, I didn't name my sources, never will. But I took ownership of it.
Yeah.
Of reporting it.
Yeah, of course. And I don't think that Doug necessarily did anything wrong here. Maybe wording it slightly different. Like, I talked to some people inside college basketball that is, this is a phrase that people like to use now, familiar with Roy Williams' thinking.
Familiar with the situation.
Right. Stuff like that. Maybe that would clarify it a little bit, but I don't think he really did anything wrong.
No.
And I think that Roy Williams, he reacted in that way because someone told him, hey, guess what Doug's saying right now? As opposed to saying Doug said that he talked to some people and that's what they're saying. Mm-hmm. And that changes the tune a little bit. But
cool.
Shorts on backwards.
But that's really
so
that right there. Forget about all the reporting stuff, mumbo jumbo. That's the greatest thing ever. Is it not? Shorts on backwards.
The fact that he would remember that.
Yeah, I know. Incredible.